What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So when it comes to Terra Luna Classic, a lot of people are, I guess, getting scared of how far the price is falling, and it's totally understandable. I'm not going to say that your fear is, invalid or, it just doesn't make sense to the normal person or to me. It does. We understand, especially if you bought in at the peak point, you understand how far it is falling, and you may have invested $1,000 and that $1,000 turned into 500. We understand how difficult it is to take on something like that. We've all had those losses. I mean, a lot of us have had those losses. I've had some pretty significant losses and have been there. Now, this isn't something that I will be considering a loss in any scenario. Obviously, for me, I wouldn't consider it a loss because, I invested in a very low point. Um, Other people did the same thing. But as you get up to some of these higher figures, understand that in order to get there, someone else has to buy. So if we're looking to get into it at $1, that means that someone else has to buy at 99 cents. If we're looking to get into it at 99 cents, someone has to buy at 98 cents, and so on and so forth, right? So it's very, very difficult to just totally, I guess, wipe everybody's fear off the table. Because if someone buys at those points, yes, they bought late, they made a mistake in buying late, but they bought. They are a person, they're a normal person. They want to catch on to the FOMO and make sure that, they're gaining something with everybody else gaining something, even if they are late in the game. So I wanted to talk about Terra Luna Classic in this video and break down what the movement is looking like and just talk about, if I'm thinking about buying any more because I do, and I did talk about this in the live stream. I do want to gain like consistent short term profit from a lot of cryptocurrencies, especially now since I am holding long term or longer term in a lot of positions. I'm going to take some of those longer term positions, see some of the shorter term benefits that may be 30%, 40%, 50%, 100%, whatever that is, and make those moves accordingly. So I'm going to start doing that. I already did it with KRL, with Krillcoin, and I plan on doing it with Farmcoin. I plan on doing it with so many other positions that I invested into, and Terra Luna Classic is going to be one of those. 44 million stays as my long-term position, but I'm probably going to invest into a little bit more. But anyways, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow my Patreon, feel free to check out those links. Those are in the description as well. Now, if you didn't see, Terra Luna Classic is down by 14%, almost 15%. It's at 0.0002480. And you're going to see it at the low of 0.0002437. So it's closer to the low than it is to the high today. You're seeing it at a high level of 0.00030, actually, coming back from, sort of where it was, because it did fall down and then started to climb a little bit, but then obviously dropped back down again, seeing it kind of stair step on the way down. Market cap is solidly at 1.5 billion, but it's not 100% safe that it will stay there. You do have volume of around 700 to 800 million dollars. So even within this downturn, we're still seeing millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars that are going through it. So we want to see, obviously, the volume. We want to see the market cap. I would love to see this stay at a lower price because we know that burning is very important, and we know that the price, if the price is low and we see a massive amount of volume, then we can see more and more that are burning within that time frame. But it looks like a lot of people are doing their buying or already did their buying, and maybe some people are getting scared about it fall. Again, I totally understand that things do fall. I understand where you are coming from there. But if we go into the chart here, I just wanted to look at some things and where it was. So we did see this climb. We did see this stair step on the way up. And these were like massive stair steps, right? Where it rose up to a level of 29, 30, did decrease, but then started to level out. So you kind of created that bull flag scenario. And then after that bull flag, you saw it jump up again. It jumped up, had a little bit of a retracement. But then after it hit a certain level and bounced off of, about this level right here, 33, 32, 33. Then it skyrocketed up to the level that we saw it at, where it increased all the way up to 6,000, right? Or 600, right? 60. I don't know what you want to call it, 0.00060 or 6,000. Um, but after it hit that level, it resisted hard away from there and started falling. Now, it didn't fall right away. We saw it kind of level out and consolidate where we were like, oh, well, you know what? Consolidation is good. There were a bunch of people that invested somewhere around this point because it did fall down to 47 and they expected it to push back up to 55, 60, maybe even push past 60 up to 70, maybe even drop a zero. That's what we were looking for. But I knew at some point it was just pushing way too hard, and eventually it would fall back down. Now, we still have a number of days until the burn actually is implemented and goes live on chain. We're not sure about off chain, but does go live on chain here. So, when it is pushing down, it fell down pretty hard, all the way down to about 35. Increased up to a level here of 40, consolidated around 40 before dropping off again. And you could see this and how it's creating that downward level of support, downward level of resistance. The way that it is dropping, it's creating these lower highs and lower lows, which doesn't really look like the best situation for everybody that is involved. Now, for me, I'm still holding on to the amount that I have. You all know that for me, it's a different situation. It's not about investing at 0.0001 or 0.00001. It's not about investing at 0.0000001, right? I invested at a way lower point than that. So I have more of a unicorn situation, which is a couple of people that I do know are in that same situation. They don't have to worry about what they have in there and how far it drops. Others that invested up at this point, they have to worry about that point. And I totally understand where you are coming from. And I want to find a way to give you the best advice that I can. And I'll say that this is advice because this is not advice for you to sell or buy or what you should buy. It's about a mindset thing. This is the type of advice that I'm going to give you. It's not financial advice. It's advice for your personality, your mind, your well-being, right? If you see something pumping that's up 400%, um, you need to resist buying that. You need to resist getting into something like that unless you are 100% certain, or at least a 90% certain that you are making the right move. And when I say that, I mean you can choose to do anything. You can choose to only put 10% of what you were going to invest it in there or invest in there, and then buy the average or buy the dip down here, which would have been a good situation. You would have bought the dip, you would be fine. But you don't want to find a way to where you're like, oh, I have to get in now because I'm missing out on this deal and it's going to go up to $1 because everybody's talking about $1. Don't focus on what we're talking about being at $1. Focus on where the price is and how far it has risen, right? It's completely overbought at that point, right? It's up 500%. That's not the time to get into a position. The time to get into a position is when it's down 50% or when it's down 20%, things like that. So, anyways, we're at a good situation right now to where people are asking me, am I going to buy any more? Now, I've given my answer before and said, look, I'm not going to buy any more and hold on for a longer period of time because I'm just raising my cost basis. Now, what I am going to do is buy at a certain point, but for a quicker gain. So while I have my 44 million here, yes, I can believe in it growing a lot further, but I want quicker gains. I want to make sure that I get this $1,000 that I invest and turn it into 1,400 or 1,900 or $2,000. And that's where I will decide to take everything. And then when it pulls back, I'll get into it again. If it doesn't pull back, I won't get into it again. And I'll move that to a different position that I do see that pulls back. So that's probably my plan for now on, is I'm going to play it out with any highs and lows that we see here. So 2,400 could be definitely a low. We could see it around the 2,000 level, but I'm most likely going to make a move wherever I see it bouncing. And it looks like where we are currently around 22 to 24 is probably a level of consolidation where we have seen it before. So that's what I'm thinking, is to make that move soon. But I'm going to let people know if I actually do that on Patreon, not actually in this video, because, it's going to help people out in the Patreon a lot better to understand exactly why I made that move. It'll help you guys out as well. But those people obviously go over to Patreon and, are a part of there, support the channel in such a bigger way. So I want to help them out in a larger way, hopefully. Anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, follow me on every other place that you can follow me, you can definitely do that. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.